What's up, YouTube? Cod4Man221 here, and welcome back to another part of the Austria campaign for Empire Total War. So far, we have destroyed the Poles, Poland, Lithuania, Brandenburg, Hanover, Venice, and now we're probably going to be taking on the Italian states. So what they've done is they've actually attacked me, and I've waited a turn, and they actually haven't decided to assault my walls. They're going to try to starve me out. And we can't have that, so I'm going to take my forces and we're going to attack the Italian states outside the walls. And I'll see you on the battle map. And welcome to the battle map. It actually allowed me to deploy pretty far outside the walls, which I'm definitely not complaining about. And you can see our artillery is actually going to start taking some shots. It looks like they're actually on my flanks over here. And it looks like, yeah, they deployed all the way far outside here. So I'm going to have to shift my own line to meet these guys here. And I might take some of my Uhlans and crush this flank here. It seems like a good idea actually while they're separated. Bring those guys. And these guys, they're abandoning all their defenses along the hill here. It looks like they're going to start shifting. However, looks like they're going after some of my... Too far. Okay, square bend. And these guys are going to have to move on up. And that general charges, I'm not too worried about that. I have left my artillery though. Whoa, I should actually pay attention. So make sure to take out all those guys there. Yeah, this general does not want to take on... He's actually... Oh, that's not him. So yeah, they're about to lose their general here. As he gets literally mowed down. There he is sitting on his horse right there. Come on, men. They actually don't go into fiber rank, it seems, when they're shooting at cavalry. Come on, we're Austrians. Are you serious? Okay, one man. Can we... There we go. Goodbye, Gustav. Anyway, further back to the fight. We're gonna move up our troops here. I've been thinking about doing... I've been playing Napoleon recently, and it's basically the same. I would call Napoleon an expansion almost. A lot of people were unhappy with Napoleon because they felt like... I say that as all my cavalry are getting slaughtered. Oh great, you idiots, get off the stakes. How many horses I'm gonna lose trying to get out of here now? I might even lose a whole Lancer unit. Anyway, what I was saying is I was doing a Napoleon campaign. Well, I was doing just the historical battles on like hard difficulty. And I'm really liking the mechanics of Napoleon. It's much faster paced than Empire, and I can actually play with music on. In case you've been wondering why there's no music in Empire anymore, it's because I'm still... There are these companies that's basically, I'd call them a copyright troll. They claim music on Empire Total War videos that they have no right to actually hold. And then it takes a month for them to, once you dispute it, right, I have a license of Creative Assembly to make these kind of videos. Once you dispute, they have 30 days to respond, and then they'll pull it down. But either way, when you dispute it, they make no money, you make no money. So they're basically costing you a month's worth of revenue on the videos they've claimed. So that's why there's no music in these videos. Because if there is, then they'll do that whole claim thing again. I mean, an Empire Total War video is not gonna... I'm not making that much money off it anyway, but it's just annoying to have all these copyright claims that are false. They've been doing this for years, it seems like. Especially, you had Angry Joe did actually a pretty good, like, he does reviews, you probably know who he is. But Angry Joe did a pretty good video on basically what these guys do. And it was back in December 2013 when YouTube had this massive copyright ID system that was just... They just whacked everybody that's made them a lot of money, which is true. Back then. Yeah, I was during my finals week. and I got like all these notifications. Anyway, so long story short, that's why there's no music in these. That's why there's no Empire Total War music. So that'd be kind of fun with Napoleon to actually be able to have a little bit of music besides just the soldiers. Anyway, you can see the Italian states are in perfect Italian formation. It looks almost like a cross. Kind of? Not really. I'm gonna move my troops up. I don't know why they're camping in the corner like a bunch of little, you know, cowards, but that's up to them. They want to do that. So we'll just start moving in slowly and shooting them to pieces, basically. And we have fire by rank, which they do not have. Okay, I'm gonna bring some of my. I don't know where I need my lancers. I mean, there's so much anti-cav there. Also, the range is a lot shorter in Empire. I mean, it makes sense. You're dealing with primitive muskets. Well, not so primitive as, you know, they're definitely not like the first flintlocks or anything. I was thinking, you guys gotta let me know. For the Total War fans that watch the videos here, what would you guys think about me doing a possible, like, my top 3 Total Wars that I've liked? Or, like, in my opinion, the top 3 Total Wars that have been released. I think it'd be kind of fun to give my opinion. I've seen other people's videos on it, and I disagree with a lot of their own things on that. Look at these guys, just getting shredded. I think that'd be kind of fun, give my opinion, like say what my top 3 Total Wars would be. And then if people like that, maybe the top 3 worst Total Wars. I feel like you can't do a top 5 because there's not that many Total Wars to do like the top 5 worst Total Wars. There's only like, let me see, 2. So we have Shogun, original Shogun, the original Medieval, Medieval 2, Rome, sorry, Rome, Medieval 2, so that's 4. And we have Empire, that's 5. Napoleon 6, 7 Shogun, Fall of the Samurai, it's 8. And then we have Rome 2. That's 10 Total Wars because they have Attila also after Rome 2. Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on here because it's really not doing a whole lot besides moving up and trying to fight these cowards. And just shooting them as I run around like headless chickens. Yeah, and they have a lot of troops. Like, they could do some serious damage if they just lined up and actually fought me. I like how every Total War, it's like, we've improved the AI. And it's still, I mean, you can make the AI as great as it can possibly be, but it's still not going to be able to have a tactical sense for as a human. Well, that's gonna be an easy win for us. Nice flanking charge on the 1st Regiment as they steady themselves. You've lost like 50 men route, you cowards. Yeah, you can just see the units that are coming into the crossfire here are just getting slaughtered. Yep, and those guys just routed. It'd probably be a good idea to charge these cannons before they fire and wipe out my cav. Look at that, down to 44 men. So they're actually safe firing, but they're not. So we'll just hop over. It's like the only part in their defense where I can get a clean charge too. We're at the very edge of the map here. Anyway, we should definitely move up. Because these guys are not... We have more troops also. just going to speed this up. I'm basically just going to sit here and shoot these guys. Which is the concept of Empire Total War if you really think about it. Just line up and shoot the enemy. Yeah, look at this square. They're just going to get completely destroyed. And I'll kill the routing units with my cavalry I have back here. Actually, I'll just charge in the back of those units here. And let's just go in an all-out melee against these guys. Why not? Yeah, look at that. Slaughtered. You know, I should have had my general and other cavalry units up here, especially my hussars. I could just massacre the line infantry here. You know, I don't even think I started my timer. No, I did. We're good. Yeah, so that was a good victory. I'll see you back in the campaign mat with the results. Actually, I'm just going to save the loading screen. Screw it. So, video here so far. So the Italians has been pretty much wiped out. I've taken minimal losses, mostly from my cavalry there, and I wiped out their force. And they're actually going to retreat all the way back to Rome. But guess what? They're not going to be allowed to do that because I'm going to follow them. You wanted to fight Italian states? That way I'll keep their infantry that are really beat up, kind of in that condition, so they can't reinforce. I thought I had another army. Ah yes, this army right here is going to head into Ottoman territory. And Hanover should be, you know, the resistance of foreign occupation should go down. Should definitely go down after a couple turns here. And Brandenburg's going to be, Brandenburg's still pretty unhappy, but they'll become happier over time. People still like me. I'm going after people that, oh, I'm trading with the Ottomans. That's not good. Maratha. Yeah, look, Maratha. Oh, actually, Maratha's, yep, killing the Mughal Empire. That's pretty typical. Spain doesn't like me, and France don't like me. Neither of them like me. I wonder, was that true? The Mughal Empire was actually a republic in the 1700s? Huh. Well, I'm definitely repairing this port because it just got completely destroyed there. So that'd be the ideal situation. Have this army finish up with the Italian states, and then this army is going to keep working its way down. And I guess we'll just hit these 4 provinces and basically take out the Ottomans. And if I can get this army from Hanover, I might just exempt them from taxes. I mean, I'm making a lot of money, and it's not like I need a lot more. And I can even pull back these agents that are around München in Bavaria there. I can just bring them over to the Ottoman territory so I can keep track of the little armies they do have. So yeah, I mean, this campaign is, I mean, it's like part 8 or something right now, and we are just steamrolling. Absolutely steamrolling. Our biggest challenge was Prussia, and they weren't even that big a challenge. Okay, we're going to bring this guy all the way down to Greece. He's going to go into Greekification, and this guy's going to go to Bulgaria. You got the worst deal there, my friend, going to Bulgaria over Greece. Okay, I might even just stop at Hungary briefly to just reinforce. I think my men reinforce more slowly in the countryside. And I'm all these guys under siege, so we might as well... Actually losing a lot of money. Oh, these guys damaged that. Oh, it was damaged. That explains why they're unhappy. Because like all this repression. Okay, we're just gonna end another turn. So we're getting our armies reinforced and moving into, you know, the Italian states are under siege there. It seems like it's a battle apart, but it's like a big battle where you just decisively destroy an enemy. Got all these little countries, Dekistan. Okay. We have 4 seasons. That must be some music or a theater thing. A caping loon? What the hell is that? Who had that trait? Caping loon. Poor Jack's mad. Okay, so he has like a follower that's crazy? That will hurt his research? Get rid of him then. If he's a bad follower, you know. Anyway, we're working on new model bayonet Fire in advance is really not that useful. Neither is diamond formation. I've not researched anything civilian or civil technology at all, and just focus completely on military. Okay, so our prince, who might actually die, he is 60, like 2. You can see the he's just gonna sit in here. He's actually reinforced everything now that he's in the actual fort there. So I'm actually going to break my trade agreement with the Ottomans. And that's gonna hurt relations. Dishonoring trees is really hurting my relationship with some of my nations here. I shouldn't have made a trade agreement in the beginning. But like I said, they're going to be my last target anyway. And I hope Spain isn't to randomly declare war on me, because they don't like me at all. Hanover, if I leave you, will you be happy if I exempt you from taxes? Yes, yes you will. Okay, 3 armies are going to be here. You know, we'll put the, it's going to take a little while to get there. We'll bring this army to take on Moldova. So Moldova, and then the army in Hungary will hit Serbia, and this army with the town states will hit Bosnia, and we'll just do like a blitzkrieg and take over the Baltic. Hey, another turn, trying to get the Italians to come out and fight me. You know, they could have, I wonder if they'd take peace now, but they'd probably backstab me anyway, if I did decide to take peace. Sorry guys, don't want a trade agreement. Just going over my whole plan to knock you guys out. Yeah, the Ottomans really haven't expanded too much into Persia or anything like that. Ah, yes, the Italians are coming to fight. I'll see you on the battle map, and I'll try to make this battle pretty quick because we're coming towards the end of the... And welcome to the battle map. Looks like the enemy is actually starting to come out of their little fort here. I'm actually going to have to pull 2 units from over here. I'd say a major weakness of Empire are these siege battles. They're pretty awful. Not as bad as Medieval 2. But they are pretty bad with the AI just sitting in the fort here when they're supposed to be attacking. So yeah, we're actually fighting them as they come out of the gate here. Yeah, and I did manage to kill 2 cavalry units. I didn't show you guys that. That wasn't actually too interesting. Just shot them with cannons. Oh yeah, and I mentioned we had the citizens decide to walk in front of all my line infantry, and they got shot to pieces. And I'm telling you, once this wall falls, some line infantry are going to start streaming into there. And we have a bloody fight outside the walls here. Definitely going to need a breakthrough. Are we gonna be that dishonorable to shoot down this 1st regiment? Didn't we almost hunt these guys down with cavalry? Now we'll just give them the bayonet. We'll fight them like men. Yep, down to 9 men. Either way, their country's done after this. 79%. I think these guys are actually going to be part of the breaching force I have ready. They just routed some of my troops. Okay, these guys are gonna... Never mind. These guys are gonna be part of the breaching force that are coming from the right side, but... How are you actually losing in a... They don't even have bayonets, guys! th Regiment. It's because they're tired. I ran my troops. That was my issue. I got a little too excited and I ran them all into combat. Oh great, the second I moved my men away from that side and they got more troops. I'm still gonna break down that wall. Anyway, yeah, with the reinforcements coming in, these guys are definitely gonna be sandwiched. It should actually, yeah, it's starting to rout a lot of these guys with the reinforcements, because these guys were relatively fresh. Yeah, I would not recommend bogging them up like this. That was not the best decision I had. Anyway, now a breach. And I see an opening for some cavalry to get through the walls here. And cannons, you can start focusing on these units. So we're ready for these guys. I love fire by rank. It just looks so beautiful in this game. And yeah, I do realize I forgot about my grenadiers in the last battle. Yeah, these guys, they're just going to be killed to the last man. Look at that. Absolutely brutal. And you know what's going to happen? The infantry are getting killed on this side. You know what? I'm happy for you, 16th Regiment. You guys became disciplined and decided to come back into the fight and join the 13th Regiment. Yeah, this is a slaughter. Because they have to route through all my troops, and we're not going to let these guys out of here at all. Look at that, just utterly slaughtered every single one of the men here. So we killed 2 generals, this general and that general. Yeah, down to 2 men. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they had their actual general, the reinforcements, I think. Oh no, he's still out here somewhere. But we've secured the whole fort, so. Okay, let's. Yeah, we don't need to charge them. We'll rout them just by pure numbers. Okay, so let me see. Flintlock Arms History came back. They're gonna get greeted by some grenadiers. Yeah, so we own the whole place, more or less. Oh no 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 no! They don't get a rout for this dumb war they put me through here. Yeah, they don't get out of here. That's not how this works. Yeah. Definitely gonna make sure these Italians think twice before they engage me again. Okay, we have those troops out there, so I'm definitely gonna need some infantry to deal with this, guys. Let's see if our grenadiers engaged. They have. They've taken 2 casualties. But pretty much slaughtered those guys. Can you imagine being killed by a Flintlock Arms History as you're like a tough grenadier? I've seen a lot of combat. Those are my 2nd regiment. My 1st regiment have seen a lot more combat than that. Okay, these guys get to actually like relax a little bit. These guys haven't really done a lot of fighting, especially no hand-to-hand. So I'm just gonna fast forward as these guys come around. Might be able to actually use some of my cavalry to rout those units. My general's going to chase after some of these routing units just because he can. And he's maybe a little bored. But hey, look, more units are coming back again. Okay, guys, we need to finish these guys once and for all. Just charge them. Okay. Oh, we actually have another unit still here. We're not going to let them get away. Oh, look at this. Okay, all cavalry, charge in. We can rout this guy. Probably. If the Hungarian Hussars don't get completely destroyed. And this is the next regiment. Yeah, we're basically killing all the defenders. I think this regiment will probably actually be routed here, my 3rd Hussar, but they're apparently actually winning. And you don't have any of the fresh Lancers coming, and this is going to be a beautiful charge. Look at that, right in the back of these units. And that's not all. There's a lot more of us. Absolutely slaughtered. So I really don't see what else they have. So yeah, heroic victory. I'll see you back on the campaign map with the results, and then I'll end the part there. I gotta say, those Austrian numbers that we have here with the line infantry definitely helped out a lot in that melee. They lost pretty much their full force. They only have 140 men remaining. And I should definitely be able to take over their capital now. So Rome should fall to me, as Italy often does to Codman, especially in Empire. And another faction bites the dust. That would be like 6 factions I've taken out so far. Goodbye, Italian states. Now, these guys will actually probably be happy enough that I can leave once I get my troops retrained here. This will be our 3rd army, though, so... yeah, this army's going to take a little while to come over from Hanover. And we do not... we have some provinces still exempt. West Prussia? Okay, now we're making even more money. Good, good, good. Okay, this guy's going to go head to Greece. See, the Ottomans have some troops. I bet the Russians would join in my war, but they don't really have a whole lot, it seems like. Because they've lost St. Petersburg. To this. Actually, they just took it back. So the Russian force just took back St. Petersburg from the Swedes. Yeah, mob is going to take us on. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next part where we hopefully take on the Ottomans. And I'll see you then. God for Men 221 signing off. Hope you enjoyed.